Welcome to Padres Insider Report with your host Chris. Excited about this channel. We're definitely going to be talking about the Padres, what's going on with them, who's performing on a weekly basis, who's not, right? The goal is to grow this channel. I love talking about the Padres. Why not share it with you guys? Subscribe. There's no cost. You'll get those notifications. I'm going to be uploading a video every Sunday after 9 p.m., so stay tuned for that. I'm a true Padres fan. I've been a fan since 1988. I think that was the last time we went to the World Series. We played against the Yankees, and as you all know, we lost. We came a little bit short. They had a better team. But this channel, we're going to discuss, obviously, players, what they're doing regarding their average, ERA, who's working, who's not working, in the sense of, should they switch the lineup, who's starting, discuss detail by detail game stats on the week. So a lot of things happening. The thing is, I'm obviously also going to be looking to work with other channels, other Padres channels that talk about the Padres, right? So stay tuned for that. Sponsors as well. This is the first episode, but first episode of many. We're gonna go all the way to the playoffs and hopefully, the World Series, right? That's hopefully this is our year. So with that being said, let's play some music here for you guys. Let's get you going. There we go. Get you guys going there. We got more music going on. More music as we speak. But with that being said, let's get into the week. Let's talk about starting. So how the channel is going to work, I'm going to pretty much talk about the beginning of the week, right? So Monday all the way to Sunday, right? We'll talk about, obviously break down each game, talk about it. This video is going to be obviously, it's the first one. So, I'm probably going to do between 15 to 20 minutes. And then as we go, then they'll become longer and longer. And again, stay tuned. There's a lot of things that I'm going to be working on as we go weekly, giveaways as well. So stay tuned for that. So we'll get into the games, right? We will go back all the way to Monday. Monday we played against the Diamondbacks. It was a rough start. We lost 6-2. But let me bring this over here just a bit, just so you guys know. So Monday, 6-2, we lost. The offense wasn't going. It just felt, and then we had a gentleman named by Brandon Face, that he's always had our number against us. I want to make sure, right? Yeah, Brandon. His ERA is like 5 point something. No. Not sure why he always beats us, but he does. With that being said, we lost against we lost against the Diamondbacks 6-2. Their record is 54-59. Their record, 54-59, 27-28 at home. Definitely not a good team. But we play in the same division, so if you think about it, when they play against in the same division, they just they know you well, they know your players, and it's just they always play you hard, right? Even the Rockies. I mean, look at the Rockies. We've had so many problems with them in the past couple of years, right? They're bad against everybody else, but against us, it's like they're playing the World Series. Then game 2 Tuesday, we actually won that game 10-5. And we went into extra innings. The offense got going, and we ended up putting 10 runs. Or not 10 runs. We ended up putting 5 runs and extra innings, and we won. So it was 1-1. Series was tied 1-1. Then in on Wednesday to finish the finale, by far that was one of the games that I was watching the game and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, seriously, like get it going, like we got to beat this team, And so we were trailing 2-1, bottom of the ninth. I'm thinking we've lost. Like this game it's done. And Ryan or Hearns acquired recently from the Baltimore Orioles. Boom! Hits a home run, guys. Play some music. Right? Electrifying. Like I'm thinking like, what's going on? Like, boom! Electrifying. Ties the game 2-2. And you know what? I've heard interviews from Ryan O'Hearns right before that game, and he just wanted to obviously add something, right, and he had been struggling. What better way than to tie a game 2-2, and then obviously we took the lead, 3-2. We ended up winning. We took the series 2-1. Exactly what we needed to do, right? We needed to go out there. I mean, we wanted to pretty much sweep them, but nowadays it's hard. Even if a team is not good, like the White Sox or the Rockies, etc. Just the professional teams. They're gonna make it harder for you to sweep. Right? It's just plain and simple. So Thursday, day off. Friday, I mean, Boston came in here. They were 7-1. Playing hot in their offense, starting, pitching, everything. I was in Disneyland, and I have the Major League app, and I was watching the game, and I was like, oh, this is it. We fought because the Padres always fight till the end, right, to the final out. But they got to our pitcher Nick Pivetta. Boston is just a good team. I really I don't follow Boston, but I obviously see what they've been doing, and they've been playing really well before the All-Star game. They obviously didn't trade Durant to us. They feel that they got a good chance to make it to the playoffs, and obviously make a run for it, right? Once you're in. And this whole series against Boston, I mean, it felt like it was like a playoff, right? Two heavyweights going at each other, and so. With that being said, we got routed on Friday. Wasn't even close. And then we came back on Saturday, and we were winning 4-3. Bullpen did a great job. Michael King came back. He looked a little bit rusty, as you can imagine. Pitched 2 innings, and then the bullpen came in, right? Wendy Peralta, Estrada, Morejon. Adam, no, but well, yeah, I mean, at the end, Adams, also came in and got the win. And then, Miller came in, pitched great, man. I mean, he's such a great pitcher. I mean, he's throwing 103, 104, changeups. I mean, the guy's, wow. I mean, I'm impressed, and we have control over him for the next 3 or 4 years. I don't see Suarez coming back once his contract is up, or at least he's up for to be able to go into free agency. I see Miller becoming our closer. As we go, obviously as we move forward, right? I think that's the Padres' goal. Who knows, right? So Suarez comes in the bottom of the ninth, 4-3, and he blows the lead, right? One of the Boston players gets a hit. Infield hit, and then from there, obviously, the rest was history. They tied. We ended up going. He finishes the ninth. Then Adams comes in the 10th. Boston. He keeps Boston scoreless, and then Ramon from Baltimore that we just acquired. They walk Ryan O'Hearns. They walk. I mean, they should have not walked them, but they walked them, and so you got Bogart in second. Ryan in first, and Ramon comes in. They gave him a sign to bunt. He didn't even know that they were trying to tell him that. He didn't understand the signs. So he ends up hitting the ball, goes over the third baseman, and the rest is history, guys. And with that, we got to play this. Ramon with that hit, RBI, and we beat the Boston Red Sox. We beat Boston 5-4. Incredible game. I was watching it. I thought we weren't going to win, especially after. At first I thought we were going to win, right? Because obviously, I was like, but then I had a bad feeling. I was like, oh, man, this Suarez guy, I don't know, And then obviously, proves to me that he blows the game. But Padres cap, we won 5-4 today, Sunday. We beat the Boston Red Sox 6-2. Arias with RBIs, 2 RBIs in the bottom of the third. He's heating up. Tatis is heating up. I mean, Tatis had been struggling. I'm talking about struggling, guys. And he's, obviously the last 2 games, he stepped up, singles, on base, just dangers out there, right? Having the pitchers worry about him stealing second base, third base. I mean, so just having him starting to heat up, that's definitely going to help us go deep. Hopefully, obviously into the playoffs and then into the World Series. That's the goal, guys. And then, everyone's starting to hit, starting to be productive in the offense, from the top to the bottom, right? So if you're the opposing team, you're like, there is no weak link, right? Like AJ Preller said in his interview, from the top to the bottom. Not Miller. What's his name? Merrill. He was 0 for 9, struggled this whole series. I felt against Zach Wheeler before the All-Star when he hit the 2 home runs. I felt he was back, right? He was back to getting in that groove, but he just needs to get out of it, snap out of it. The next 2 weeks are crucial. As you guys know, we're playing the Giants and the Dodgers. This is an opportunity for the Padres to not only take over the division, because I think that they could take over the division and beat the Dodgers, but we got to go out there and we got to take care of business, right? Go out to San Francisco, or the guys are already up in San Francisco right now. But get out there. Don't give any games up. Don't make mistakes. Try to play as best as you can. Try to take advantage of, the opposing team's errors. And, win 2 out of 3 in San Francisco. Go to Los Angeles. Get 2 out of 3. Come back home. And take care of business, Win 3 out of 4 against the Dodgers. I think we're playing them 4 games in San Diego. Could be wrong, but I don't think I think that's what I saw. This is it. This is the opportunity for them to take advantage, and I feel that this is the year that they could take the division. But we'll see, right? Obviously, they got to go out there and they got to execute. So the next 2 weeks are gonna be it's gonna be important. Every game's gonna count, and they got to take care of business. And as long as they take it one game at a time, we'll see what happens. But with that being said, guys, stay tuned for the Padres news notifications. I'm going to be delivering all that for you guys on a weekly basis. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions that you would like to see on this channel, go ahead, add them, to the videos, comments, and stuff like that. Looking forward to it. Help me get this channel larger. Again, I'm planning to do live posts as we get to the playoffs. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be on, hopefully, and then talking about the Padres. I hope everybody has a great week. Stay tuned. Big things coming up here on the Padres Insider Reports channels. And I hope you guys have a great night.